of how it's, remind myself of how it smells. What's up, my cherry bombs? On today's video, we're going to be talking about probably one of my favorite gourmand fragrances at the moment right now. So if you would like to see this beautiful, sexy, boozy, vanilla gourmand fragrance that's in my collection that I'm really enjoying right now, go ahead and keep on watching. If you didn't already, go ahead and consider subscribing. My name is Abby, and on this channel, we talk about fragrances. So anything that has to do with smelling good, feeling good, that's what we talk about. So Etat Libre de Ange just released a new fragrance. Now, this was gifted by Twisted Lily, but one thing that I do enjoy about working with Twisted Lily is that they give me the freedom of speech. I had to let y'all know, so that way y'all know that these are my real thoughts. They're not paying me to let y'all know that it's good for y'all to go buy it. These are my raw, authentic thoughts on this specific fragrance. So the new fragrance is called Frustration, and I have the packaging right here. So in this fragrance, you have the top notes of rum, cinnamon, and cumin. You have vanilla, vanilla absolute, and labdanum. And in the base, you have chestnut, bourbon vetiver, and kayakul. Now, I don't know what kayakul is, but it looks like it's a molecule. And I don't have a problem with molecule fragrances, such as Molecular One and stuff like that. But I feel like in this specific base, that kayakul could probably act as a natural note. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in the base, there's always some type of wood, like cedarwood, sandalwood. So that is probably a note that gives off a natural woody or even just a base, you know? So that's what this is. But Fragrantica said that this is aromatic, this is nutty, this is earthy. And at the top, I do get an earthy feel, and the earthiness that I get from this fragrance is almost like raw material type of vibe in the earth. Like when you walk up to a rose, you don't only smell the rose, but you smell the rose, you smell the bees, you smell the rain residue, you smell the wetness, you smell all of that. You don't only smell the rose, because you got to smell everything else. Like it's not only the rose that's there, right? That's what I get in this fragrance, that earthiness. It's only there for like 5 seconds, literally. That's just the opening. So if you're looking for a earthy, heavy fragrance, this is not it. Now, once you start to get into this fragrance, you get that rum, you get that cinnamon. Now, I don't really get the cumin in this fragrance at all. So that rum is extremely potent. And when you're talking about rum, we're not talking about like just some fresh off the shelf type of rum. We're talking about the most exclusive rum that's been aged and been sitting in a barrel for almost 10 to 15 years. And you open up that thing and you get the richness just from the cap of the barrel. That's the type of rum that's in here. You can already expect this fragrance to be extremely lavish and extraordinary. Then we get to the mid, where you have both of the vanilla. You get vanilla and vanilla absolute. So you have regular vanilla, and a vanilla absolute is one that's been sitting there, that's been marinating for a really long time. I feel like it's like an extrait, like probably the most purest vanilla oil or the most purest vanilla extrait. That's the vanilla I get in this. And then you get labdanum, and labdanum to me is not one of my best friends, but in this fragrance, it is done really, really well. Then my favorite part of this whole fragrance is the base, where you have the chestnut, bourbon vetiver, kayakul. And then you get that chestnut, and the chestnut in here is just not a regular chestnut. When they was making this fragrance, they took time. They were like, we're not gonna just put regular notes. We're gonna make sure we get the finest version of each note. And this chestnut smells like roasted chestnut. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this fragrance just so I can remind myself of how it's smells. Oh my God. So now I have it dried down right here, but I just wanted to smell the opening of this fragrance. And in the opening, you get that earthiness, but the earthiness is really gone in 5 seconds. So you really have to have a trained nose to see and smell that earthiness. But y'all, the opening is gorgeous. And then it instantly goes into the rich rum and cinnamon and vanilla. Now, this puts me in a mindset of a really nice spiced vanilla latte. This is probably my favorite vanilla fragrance at the moment. And you guys, that is a lot, because y'all know I love Lyra, y'all know I love Note Vanille, and y'all know I love my newest baby, which is Escapade Gourmand. But for me to say that this is my favorite out of all of those, that tells you something. When it comes to longevity, I've been testing out this fragrance for the past week, and it is long lasting. On the skin, I got 8 hours. When I got to the 6-hour mark, that's when it really started to die down and become more closer to the skin. Not a skin scent, but more so of a bubble. So that means the projection on this is monstrous and the sillage is beautiful. I remember the first night that I wore this fragrance, I sprayed it on for my scent of the night, and you guys know exactly how I spray. So I sat down on my dining room table, and my husband was in his man cave / my recording room, and he was playing the game. And this is about an hour after. He walked into the living room and he said, "Babe, you smell good." And I was just like, "You smell it?" And that was the first night. He said, "Yes." Like, the first thing I smelled when I walked out of here was this fragrance. He said, "This is nice." And I said, "Wow, the sillage on this is crazy." So imagine if I walked past somebody. Before I walk past them, they're going to smell me. And after I walk past them, the sillage will go on and on. Now, I haven't smelled a fragrance that is this beast mode ever since I smelled Delina Exclusive. Y'all know Delina Exclusive, once it gets on the skin or your clothes, it will last. On the skin, I got 8 hours. At the 6-hour mark, it started to become more of a bubble scent around me. On the clothes, you guys, it's been 3 days, and I recently started to do laundry for my intimate clothes where I'm going to bed, and I picked up that set that I was wearing, and all I smelled was frustration. This is not one of those boozy fragrances that I feel like that is so boozy or so spiced and so strong that you can't wear. Now, you guys know that I like to check Fragrantica. It says that at the time that I'm recording this video, it said that this smells like By the Fireplace. Not at all. It's not even remotely close to By the Fireplace. This is also compared to Noir Excuses, I think, from Le Tarchin Parfumerie. I would have to disagree as well, because I smelled that fragrance. It has the chestnut, but it has coffee and orange blossom in it. And it is beautiful, but honestly, y'all, this is like a more refined fragrance. Now, if I could think of fragrances that smells exactly like this fragrance, or even remotely close, I can't find one. Only one that I can kind of compare this one to is the Tuberosa fragrance from Lancome's Private line, but that's only because it has chestnut in it, and the chestnuts are kind of the same, but they don't smell the same. Now, if you're thinking of boozy cinnamon type of fragrances like Angel Shares or like Note Vanille, this is still by itself. But if you do like those boozy fragrances, then you'll definitely like this, because those are more boozy and spicy, and you can actually smell the liquor in it. This one is blended to perfection that you would have to literally let it sit on the skins for you to get those phases. And that's another thing about this fragrance. It is not linear at all. There's different phases that you go through that I really enjoy. If you're looking for the perfect vanilla fragrance for the fall time and winter time, Frustration is the one for you. Now, like I did say, Twisted Lily did gift this to me, but this is my honest review. I love this fragrance. It is a 9 out of 10, and that is a lot, because I don't give things 10 out of 10 only because you really have to make me want to wear you only and not wear anything else. And this has made me want to wear it the whole week straight. Now, I did have to stop because I do a lot of testings, but y'all, this is a winner in my book. Etat Libre Orange released one of the best boozy gourmand fragrances of 2022. I love it. And the dry down, you guys, now that it's dried down, all you get is roasted chestnut with rum, vanilla, and cinnamon. I love this fragrance. If you would like to experience this fragrance, either buying a full bottle or a sample, you can definitely get this at Twisted Lily by using my coupon code CHERYSTV10. That was my review for Frustration. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget that I'll link everything in the description box below, all my coupon codes, everything that you need to know about Frustration. Thank you so much. Please, please, please stay safe and keep on smelling fragrances. Bye.